I handpicked 13 of my favorite Prime Day deals going on right now. You could spend hours searching for yourself, but I've already done it for you, so let's jump right into deal number 1. One of my all-time favorite products is this hot tub right here. It can fit 2 to 4 people, has 120 air jets, has a filter built in that you can put your bromine or chlorine tablets in to keep it nice and clean, and even comes with this cover to keep all the heat in. With 4.2 stars and it's an Amazon's Choice product, it's currently $490. But as we all know, prices change extremely quickly. So to make sure you're getting the best deal on every purchase, I'll also show you the price history of every product and let you know what price I think they're a good deal at. I'm using a site called Camel for this, and I'll walk you through exactly what we're looking at here. So this blue line on the screen is the price history of this product. You can see I have it narrowed down to 1 year, but you can also switch it to the all-time price history. I just think sometimes that's a little bit much to look at in a data like this. So over the last year, you can see that a year ago, this hot tub was under $450. It's been as low as $361, which is this dotted green line right here. It's been as high as $800, which is the red dotted line at the top, and the blue line shows exactly where it was at every single month this past year. Now, of course, the best time to buy these products is when we're close to that green dotted line, but if it's a rare sort of thing, maybe you go one more kind of peak up from that. So the best deal you might get on this might be at $360 at this hot tub, and if you can see that again, like we saw, it looks like over Christmas or Black Friday, that is definitely an awesome price. However, you can see it also comes in this $450 price point pretty often. So since we're at $490 right now, if you can get this at $450, you're saving a good amount of money, and that's where I would look to definitely purchase this one on a great deal. Now that you have a good idea of how Camel actually works, we can go through those price histories a lot quicker. For deal number 2, let's take a look at this Y brush right here, which is actually a toothbrush that can brush your teeth in 10 seconds. They won innovation awards at CES, and it's honestly as simple to use as it seems. The base and the toothbrush basically just snap on together, and then you put the whole device into your mouth and you chew up and down while rotating the toothbrush in your mouth. I've been using this for a couple of months now, and it's incredible how well it works. This one's currently $99, and because it's a relatively new product, I'm looking at all of the price history this time. You can see it has been as low as $79.90, which looks like it might have been last Prime Day. Most of the time, this product sells close to that $100 price point at $99.99, so if we can get the same deal this Prime Day as we did in the last one at $79.90, or of course even better, then this is a great deal. I've been using a bidet for multiple years now, and if you don't own one, honestly, you're missing out on so much. Now, of course, with a bidet, you have the nozzle that comes up and cleans you. That's what everyone kind of knows about the bidet, and this one replaces your entire toilet seat, and the assembly is honestly pretty easy. It took me maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. But there are also other features of the toilet seat here that I absolutely love and can't stand using any other toilet seat after owning this one. You could say I'm a bit spoiled. This bidet toilet seat not only has warm water when it's cleaning you, but it also has a heated seat, which is just so nice to sit on, and it has a built-in night light, so if you're using it in the middle of the night, it's not hard to find the toilet. There are also models with heated dryers built in, but they're not as good of a deal right now for Prime Day, so I wanted to show you this one. Now, this Amazon's Choice product is currently $194, and looking at the price history, $194 is actually kind of the second lowest price we've seen on it. It's usually up at $219, but as we see last Black Friday, Christmas time, this was down at $163, which is significantly discounted. And that's definitely the price we're going to be looking at to purchase this one. The area I live recently had a huge power outage, and I know a lot of other areas around the country are experiencing similar. So this is a portable power station that'll solve some of your issues when your power goes out. The device can be charged through solar charging or just through a regular outlet, and even through a regular outlet, you can get it to 80% charged in just 1 hour. And the unit actually has 15 ports, so you can charge up to 15 devices at the same time. You can see the 4 USB and 2 USB-C on the front, and there are also AC and DC ports. And for a device that can charge up in just 1 hour, it's pretty crazy that it can run your refrigerator for 14 hours on one charge. It can also run an electric grill for over an hour, so if you want to make something while your power's out, you can do that, or it can charge your phone 143 times before it runs out of battery. So we can pretty much guarantee that your phone will never die. Now, ahead of Prime Day here, this is already $600 off. It's normally $18.99. It's down to $12.99, so we already have what looks like a good deal on it. And if we look at the 1 year price history, that pretty much confirms it. This thing is almost always at that $1,900 price point. It comes on discount to about $1,500 every once in a while, but the lowest it's ever been is pretty much where we're at right now, just $40 lower over Black Friday and Christmas. So if you can see it at this $1,300 price point or lower, it's an absolute steal. Even looking at the all-time price history, we are still pretty much at the lowest price ever. This next product is a great way to bring alcohol with you without other people knowing. This is the free pour cap, and it fits on a Yeti Rambler bottle or multiple other tumblers, or you can purchase their tumbler with it. You basically fill up that little bottle with 6 ounces of whatever type of liquor you want, and then inside of your tumbler, you pour whatever mixed drink that you want. The tumbler keeps the alcohol chilled, discreet, and protected, and the cap of this allows you to push a button to dispense as little or as much alcohol as you want at a time. So if you just want to drink your chaser, just sip from the tumbler. If you want to drink a mixed drink, push in that button halfway, and if you want to drink a full shot with no chaser coming through, push that button all the way and take a chug. It's currently 13% off, making it $34.99, and looking at the all-time price history, this is actually the lowest price it's ever been. So if you can get it at this price, or hopefully we see a discount during Prime Day, it's a great price to grab it because it's been as high as $50. Did you know you're supposed to clean your laundry machine at least once a month, depending on how often you use it? These are washing machine cleaning tablets, and the best part about them is that it comes with 24 of them. So if you use them once a month, you actually have a 24-month supply of them. All you need to do is throw them in your washing machine, run a cycle, and it's gonna clean your washing machine for you in areas you probably didn't even know existed. These are currently 16% off, and at $18.95 for a 1 to 2 year supply of them, it's pretty hard to say no to these. But of course, I want you to get the best deal possible, and if we look at the price history, $18.95 is actually one of the highest prices we see these at. Over the last year, we've seen this as low as $10.99, which is a significant amount less than we're currently at. So if you can buy these anywhere close to $11 for a 2 year supply, that's just over $5 a year to keep your washing machine clean. Seems like a steal, right? If you've ever wanted more shower heads in your shower, this is a great solution. This is the tandem shower head, and it basically installs into your current shower head, but then doubles to give you an extra one. I've of course already done this myself, and the installation took under 10 minutes total. It's as simple as unscrewing your current shower head, screwing this one on, and then moving that bar that you see at the top across your shower head to take up the whole space. Each of the shower heads has 3 different modes, so you can set it to the rainfall, the max pressure, or the massage mode, and the valve on the shower head allows you to turn on just one or the other, or of course you can turn on both shower heads at the same time. Now, this Amazon's Choice product is $249, and if we look at the price history, it's been $249 for most of the time that it's been launched. It's a relatively new product. It did start at $300, so we're a little bit less than that, but I would hope to see this go on discount under $249 for Prime Day. If you've ever made a hole in your wall while hanging something, putting up a shelf, or any other reason, this could be a great solution for you. And if you haven't, you're probably lying. This is a drywall repair putty, and it's as simple as finding the hole in your wall, applying it in a circular motion over the hole to cover the holes and cracks, getting rid of any excess material that came off of the putty with your hand or a cloth, and then if you want to, paint over it when it's dry, which will pretty much make it impossible to know anything is even there. With over 11,000 reviews, this drywall putty is $14.97, and if we check out the price history of it over the last year, it actually used to be $11.89 until about February, mid-February, but now we're up at $14.97, so I would look to get this at $12 or less. I think that would be a good deal. I think clotheslines are great for hanging and drying your clothes, but they also take up a ton of space, so this is a great solution. This is the Gorilla line in its retractable clothesline for indoors. It's nice and small, it basically fits in the size of your palm, and all you need to do is attach it onto the wall in your closet, in your laundry room, wherever you want it, on both sides of the room, and when you're ready, you pull out the line from one side and attach it onto the other side. It basically just snaps into the other side. It's a 14-foot long clothesline that can hold up to 40 pounds, and it retracts just as easily as it opens in just a couple of seconds. This clothesline is currently 38% off, normally $50, down to $30.99, but if we look at the price history of it, you can see that $50 is a little bit of a fake out. This has basically been $30.99 for all of 2024. In looking at the all-time price history, you can see the price of this really doesn't change too much, other than back in mid-2020 when the price was $20, but then even before 2021 started, this jumped up to $31 and has been around this price point ever since. So it's pretty unlikely you're going to see this any lower than it currently is, but if we do get a discount lower than the price it's ever been, that'd definitely be a great deal. This next product is one of my favorites because honestly, it pays for itself super quickly. This is a large rice dispenser that can hold 25 pounds of rice. It's pretty slim in your cabinet, though of course tall to hold that much rice. Comes with a measuring cup to dispense that rice right into, and that measuring cup also doubles as a strainer so you can easily clean your rice before cooking it. It has measuring marks on the side so you know how much rice you have left, and you could use it for other types of grains as well. Now the reason this pays for itself is because if you go to a grocery store, a small bag of rice can cost $6, $7, $8. But if you go to Costco and buy a 25-pound bag of rice, which is 20 times more rice, it's actually still that same $6, $7, $8. So over the course of a year or two, if you eat enough rice, buying it in bulk saves you way more than the $28 that this rice dispenser is currently at. And looking at the price history, of course, you can see $28 is actually the lowest price it's been over the last year. It does drop on discount to about $30 every once in a while, but half the time it's also at $40. So if you can get this at $30 or even better down at the $28 I'm currently seeing it at, this is definitely a great deal on this one. I've tested dozens of olive oil bottles, and finally I've found my new favorite one, and I don't have any flaws with this one. This 2-in-1 olive oil sprayer of course has a wide mouth for easily filling it, definitely a huge requirement for me, and of course has an oil pouring function. You basically just click a button to open the tab to pour out the oil however much you want. The backflow hole design makes it so it doesn't leak at all after you finish pouring. You can easily just tip it back over and you don't get any leaking. But then one of my favorite features is that it's also an oil sprayer, so you don't have to go buy an oil spray bottle to use that in the situations you want it. You can simply click the tab on the back of the oil dispenser and it sprays just a little bit, but the perfect amount of oil at a time. It's also anti-clog, and I love that the bottle is made of glass. Now with over 10,000 bought in the past month, it's shocking that this is 52% off right now, down from $17 to $8.10. And if we look at the price history, that kind of supports it. It actually isn't really 52% off. This has been $16.99 once back in April, but for the most part we do hover around this $8 price point. If we zoom in a little, you can see over the last 3 months, this has actually been as low as $5.88. So that's the price I would be looking to get it at over Prime Day. Now, if you're like me, you like to use every last drop in all of your bottles because throwing it out just doesn't make sense. However, sometimes that can be pretty difficult. So this bottle emptying kit is definitely going to come in handy for you. You can get this in a 1, 2, or 6 pack. I'm looking at the 6 pack because, well, I found that the 1 and the 2 just run out way quicker than you would think. I wanted to use way more than just 2 of these when I got it. So this comes with 6 caps, 2 small, 2 medium, and 2 large adapters to screw onto any bottle that you have. You can put them onto soap bottles, honey, different condiments, basically whatever you want. And then all you do is flip that bottle upside down, so it now has a way to rest on its cap, which means that gravity is gonna pull all of your product towards the lid and you won't waste any of it. This 6-pack with over 14,000 ratings is normally $23.99, and over the last year we've seen this anywhere from about $20 to $24 most often, but it has dipped down to $16 for the 6-pack back in the middle of May. So that $16 price point is definitely where I'd be looking towards this deal. I spill on myself every single meal I eat, and so a stain remover is pretty pretty critical for me. I use it multiple times per week, unfortunately. And by far, without a doubt, this is the best stain treater spray that I've ever tested. To really put it to the test, I actually poured a full cup of red hot sauce onto a white shirt last year, and it completely removed the hot sauce after. You basically just spray the spray on whatever you've stained a couple of times and then wash it like normal. So for my clothes, I put them in the washing machine, but it also works on carpets, linens, upholstery, you name it. This Amazon's Choice spray has almost 60,000 ratings, and it's normally $7.99. And looking at the 1-year price history, it actually does float a little bit above $10 most of the time in here. So $7.99 is not a bad price on this one, but you can see over the last year during Christmas, it looks like it was actually down to $6.25. So if you can get this under $7, I think it's a great deal. Happy shopping during Prime Day, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know in the comments so I know that you enjoyed this. Hit that like button, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. I really, really appreciate it, and it means the world to me.